It's fitting that the 44th Division II National Championship game comes down to this. Two storied programs that have won 8 national titles between them, with 3 of those belonging to legendary Bobby Wallace, whose Lions ruled the mid-90s with back-to-back-to-back championships. Then came Mel Tjeerdsma and his Northwest Missouri State Club that had a dominating 13-year run starting in '98 with 3 national titles and 7 championship game appearances. Now Adam Dorrell has this Northwest Missouri State team looking for their 3rd title in the last 4 years. It's been 25 years in the making to get the Bearcats and the Lions in the championship game. So sit back and enjoy North Alabama and Northwest Missouri State. And welcome to the Division II National Title Game presented by Northwestern Mutual. We are in Kansas City at Children's Mercy Park, where it is a blustery day. It is cold. It is nasty. It is snowing. As you see, it is -2 wind chill. And there is snow to the tune of about 2 inches on the field. It is going to be this way all afternoon. Matter of fact, wind chill will be in the teens by the time we are done. But hey, there's a national championship on the line today, and that's what we're here for. Dave Neal alongside college football analyst and ESPN's national recruiting director, Tom Luginbill. And Tom, obviously, these are just some horrific conditions to play football in, but these guys are here to take home a trophy. At least one of these teams will walk out of here with a championship trophy today. But what does that do for these offenses, because they do possess some great defenses?
2 distinct areas. Number one, you've got to be able to protect the football, thus protecting field position. And that's going to be at a premium, because when you consider these 2 defenses, both of them come in as the top 2 scoring defenses in all of Division II football. They have completely been dominant from word go, and it's one of the reasons why the scores have been so dramatically different in relationship to each playoff round, seem to be more and more of a wide gap. So if you're going to be able to handle these conditions, you're going to have to somehow protect the football and get your offense more possessions.
Well, if you're these 2 teams, luckily that they have outstanding quarterbacks. Right. And these 2 guys don't have a lot of experience, but yet these are the guys that they rely on every single Saturday.
They certainly do, and both of them are first-year starters leading their respective teams to the national championship game here. Jacob Tucker for North Alabama, not only is he a focal point of this offense through the air, he's also the team's leading rusher. And Kyle Zimmerman, coming into this one banged up, had to leave the game a week ago, expected to go here today, brings 3,600 yards through the air. Might be tough sledding throwing the football, though, in these conditions.
We have got a couple of heavyweights. It's been a long time coming. Northwest Missouri State, North Alabama. Can't wait for it. Kickoff coming up next. Northwest Missouri State, North Alabama playing for the championship. Northwest Missouri State, your defending champs. Adam Dorrell's been here before. This was his pregame speech moments ago.
Guys, 1/11. You don't have to do any more than that. Nobody has to be special today. Do what your job is. That's it. If everybody does their job today, we're going to have a great day. Yep. And above all else, man, have fun today. Opportunities like this in your life, they don't come along that often. Watching your children get born, getting married, stuff like that, man. Throw a national championship on there too. Yes, sir. I'm proud of you guys. It ain't going to be easy, but we're going to find a way to get it done. Yes, sir. Guys, there's power in the human spirit. I believe that. I know you do too. Let's wheel this thing to victory. Let's go get it. Let's go.
Well, the Bearcats have a couple of those under Adam Dorrell. One guy that has 3 of those, Bobby Wallace, is alongside our sideline reporter today, Olivia Harlan.
Thank you, Coach. Obviously, weather a factor for both teams. Now that you've seen your team warm up, how will that affect how you call and manage this game?
I don't think it's going to change anything. It might affect our speed, and speed is our strong suit. But as long as the footing stays good, we got lucky with the wind. It's not too bad, so you got to look at the bright side of things.
Now, you've been on this stage 3 times before, but your team has not. What was your final message to them just now?
Well, just to play like we've been playing all year long. We've been consistent. It's a big game, but we got to do what we do and what we've been doing all year long.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
So Bobby Wallace and his Lions making the trek from Florence, Alabama. Matter of fact, Florence hosted the Division II National Championship game for 28 years. Now in the 3rd year here in Kansas City. at Children's Mercy Park. Last year it was this Northwest Missouri State team that won the championship. They're on a 29-game winning streak, the longest in college football. Better than a 25-game streak by the Alabama Crimson Tide. But it is just downright nasty.
This is football weather. And a year ago in this stadium for Northwest Missouri State, it was sunny, it was warm. Olivia was down there. She was enjoying the conditions. Completely different outlook here today for the next 4 quarters.
It is a short kick. Taken by Jackson. Breaks a tackle, and Jamal Jackson out of bounds. Boy, it is going to be hard to see the yard line. 17-yard return. And here comes this North Alabama offense led by Jacob Tucker, the senior out of Linden, Tennessee, a Harlan Hill finalist. The 4th quarterback in school history to rush for 1,000+ yards in his career. And also completes over 60% of his passes. And he is just a do-it-all competitor and plays the game like a linebacker.
Yeah, he certainly does. The coaches love his mentality. As we mentioned coming on air, not only do they get it done with a lot of consistency through the air, but he is their leading rusher. You stop Jacob Tucker if you're Northwest Missouri State on defense, you've got yourself an advantage.
The ball will sit just outside the 30-yard line. They'll swing it right away to Dre Hall, their leading receiver. He picks up his 76th catch of the year. Take a look at our impact players, and obviously Dre Hall will be one of those today, the junior from Columbia, Tennessee.
You see Dre Hall over 1,100 yards receiving on 75 receptions. And then defensively, Jacob Volstead. Now you talk about a linebacker mentality. This guy plays the game the way you want it played. He is an absolute attacker.
Out of Iowa City, Iowa, is Volstead. Lions will run it near side. That'll be Damon Cox, the sophomore out of Germantown, Tennessee. He'll pick up 3. Edward Ritchie comes up to make the play from the secondary. Now you're looking at 3rd down and about 5 yards to go.
Dave, this is exactly where you want to be in these types of weather conditions. Right now, from a field position standpoint, you're 3rd and manageable. It's exactly how you want this game to be played if you're the offensive coordinator here, Coach Stedman for North Alabama.
Ball's at about the 38.5-yard line. Pass is caught. 1st down for the Lions. It's Hagan Scott out of Hoover High School just outside of Birmingham, a pickup of 7. And the first conversion of the afternoon goes to the Lions.
Seeing a little pace, a little bit of tempo here from North Alabama. Again, field position, points going to come at a premium with these conditions. Good to get on the plus side of the field here shortly.
Little underneath tap pass to Dre Hall coming around the near side, and pick up 3.5 as we take a look at how Northwest Missouri State, North Alabama plan for success, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual.
Well, if you're North Alabama on defense, you're going to want to load the box and force Northwest Missouri State to throw the football under these conditions. The best secondary in all Division II football is with North Alabama, so I think there's an advantage matchup there. If you're Northwest Missouri State, score in the kicking game. Come up with a way of getting some points on special teams. Both teams will have to handle the weather. Again, that's where field position comes in and protecting the football.
Injured Bearcat on that near sideline. Looks like it's Edward Ritchie, or I should say last weekend. Already lost 1 cornerback. Marcus Jones broke his ankle trying to pick off a pass.
This would be significant, Dave, when you consider losing already Marcus Jones, as you referenced. Edward Ritchie, 11 pass breakups on the year, 2 forced fumbles, 4 tackles for loss. He's been all over the field for this team and sets the edge in the run game. Take a look at his knee here. And he just bumps kneecaps there. You see with number 10, Dre Hall, the receiver, is again, he's setting the edge. Number 3, Edward Ritchie. Right there, you can see their kneecaps pop.
Oh. So 2nd down now, and here goes Tucker. Off the right side, he'll pick up 4, and he'll move it across the midfield stripe into Bearcat territory.
I think if you're Northwest Missouri State, Dave, you sell out, you load the box, you stop the quarterback run. That's the first attempt we've seen from number 16, Jacob Tucker, here today. Force this North Alabama team to throw it to win.
3rd down and 2 now. From the Bearcat 47-yard line. Already 1 3rd down conversion on this drive for Bobby Wallace's club. Tucker looking for a seam. Nothing there, and he'll be thrown back for a loss. Cass Weidel, the senior, 2nd on the team in tackles. That's a 3-yard loss, and here comes the North Alabama punting unit.
And that's his 15th tackle for Law. If you see right here, he's going to come and he's just going to collapse the pocket on the inside again. Sell out. He does a nice job keeping that outside shoulder free, playing with good leverage, forcing the ball back inside. Nowhere for Jacob Tucker to go. That's what I mean about loading that box, not allowing the quarterback to beat you on the ground.
Block kick again. Another block kicked by Northwest Missouri State. That is the 13th block kick of the season by the Bearcats. Kevin Berg was the one who got that one. His second block of the year.
Right, and the snap is botched there by the punter, Jeb Millender. And once this ball gets, there's no way to protect the punter. Now, we talked about the importance of the kicking game and how that affects field position. Important there for Northwest Missouri State.
Cameron Wilcox with the handoff. He's tripped up by Kyle Jackson, the strong safety, only a gain of 1. 13 block kicks. How about 22 over the last 2 years? Well, you asked Adam Dorrell about that, and he just lights up. And how much energy and time they spend on the kicking game. Little shovel pass underneath. That goes to Clayton Wilson, and he'll pick up a couple the hard way.
Well, I really like the setup of that play right there. You motion out 32, Jordan Grove. Looked like he might possibly throw the bubble screen, and then run the shovel underneath. Really nice design there for Northwest Missouri State.
Well, that's the safety, Kyle Jackson, who made the play a moment ago. He's down on the frozen turf. This is a grass field. It's supposed to have these heaters underneath this turf, but
I don't think the heaters are any match for what we're seeing today. Senior out of Madison, Alabama, 6'2", 205. This is, again, probably, I would argue, the most complete secondary, perimeter and on the inside at the 2 safety spots that you see in all Division II football. Great team speed. Oh, just takes a heel. Looks like one of the offensive linemen there.
Right in the area where you don't want to take a heel.
Exactly.
3rd down from the 37. Pass is caught. Broken tackle. Dre Washington. He is hit. And a loose football. Still on the turf. Boy, North Alabama had a couple of chances to pick it up, but I believe Northwest Missouri State will retain possession, and that'll be a 1st down at the North Alabama 49-yard line.
It's a bit of a missed opportunity. You see the receiver ice here. Number 1 catches the football and gets popped. Right there, that ball comes loose. But this is where it becomes difficult because you've got to recover the ball the proper way. If you're going to pounce on it, in these types of conditions, that ball is going to squirt out. It's going to be very difficult to recover. You've got to settle on that football in a fetal position and secure that ball. Missed opportunity for North Alabama on defense.
Gain of only 2. Well, Kyle Zimmerman, who got banged up in that last outing, trying to gut this one out. He wasn't just on an academic All-American team. He was the academic All-American of the year. That's how he handled his academics, and he will dump it off underneath. That goes to the tight end, Clayton Wilson. Let's go downstairs to Olivia.
Yeah, Dave, Kyle Zimmerman left their last game in the second quarter with a shoulder injury that was on his throwing arm. He's all padded up today, and Coach Dorrell said he's good as long as he doesn't take a big hit. He's a fifth-year senior who didn't get his first start, until this year. The Kansas City native was so desperate to play in his last game today, guys. Good to have him back.
You could almost assume that unless he was going to be in the hospital, he was going to be here today, suited up playing in this championship game. And it off the right side, that's Phil Jackson, the senior out of Carroll Stream, Illinois. He'll pick up a yard. Zimmerman last week completed 6 of 9 before the injury. And what a job that Jonathan Baker, along with Randy Schmidt, came in. They kind of went a dual attack. Baker kind of threw the ball a little bit more, but Schmidt came in a wide receiver and ran the Wildcat. And they were down 13-7 in that game and found a way to rally the troops. And Adam Dorrell said it was the gutsiest performance of the year by his club. So 4th and 1, and the Bearcats will punt it away. That will hit about the 17 and take a favorable Bearcat roll down to close to the 10-yard line. So a timeout here in Kansas City. Just over 8 minutes to go, opening quarter. Mercy Park here in Kansas City. It's basically the Snow Bowl at this point for the Division II National Championship. North Alabama, Northwest Missouri State, two of the premier programs, maybe the two premier programs in Division II football right now. 3 national titles for North Alabama, 5 for Northwestern State. You look at the playoff appearances and the playoff wins, nobody's won more playoff games than these two schools. 29 straight wins for the Bearcats, 35 playoff wins for North Alabama. On first down, Lions going up top. Taking a shot, Jacob Tucker looking for Julius Jones. Anthony Lane on the coverage. It'll be second down.
Anthony Lane, number 20, did a really nice job of staying tight onto the hip of number 5, Julius Jones. Just not a lot of space for that ball to be thrown in down the sideline. I like the play call, though, Dave. You get first down, you're backed up a little bit. Why not try and give yourself some breathing room? The expectation, because of the conditions, is that you're going to run it on early downs. I like that play call.
Ray Beasley will check into the backfield. Diminutive one at 5'7", 150 pounds. He'll play fake it to him. And Tucker trying to find some room. And again, is just swallowed up by the front 4 of that Northwest Missouri State defense. Caleb Mather will get the tackle behind the line, the second one today.
68, Caleb Mather, 73, Cass Whittle. Been very stout. There's nowhere to go. You see all the gap integrity there with those green jerseys. Really sound, technically sound football team on defense. Well coached. The best scoring defense in Division II college football.
Only giving up 12.5 points per game. On third down, they'll give it to Beasley. Trying to get the edge. Makes a man miss. Has a first down and a whole lot more, and will get out of bounds after a big gainer. That will get it near the 40-yard line. They'll spot it at the 39-yard line. Pierre will push him out of bounds, but a 29-yard pickup.
You take a look at Beasley here, 26, finally gets secure of the football. And then it's all about keeping your feet. Look at him. He's almost very, very careful and cautious. Very calculated footsteps there as we got a slick track. Northwest Missouri State struggling to keep their feet in pursuit.
So first down and 10 from the 39. Tucker will throw. Boy, nice grab by Dre Hall. That left hand just picked it out of midair. Jack Young pushes him out of bounds, but a gain of 8.
Number 10, Dre Hall. Bobby Wallace calls him the best wide receiver he's ever coached. And that's a long-standing, successful career. You see the one-handed grab, very difficult in these conditions because the colder it gets, the harder that ball becomes, and it also becomes more slick because it's so dry out there.
Second down, and let's call it a yard and a half from the 49. Tucker. He'll be dropped back at the 44. Ben Spaeth, the junior defensive tackle, will get credit for that tackle behind the line.
Tell you one thing, Dave, you better bring your big boy pads today. This group in green now, they are coming after you and laying the hat. This is a swarming group, plays up tight to the line of scrimmage. You're going to have to earn every inch if you're North Alabama today on offense.
Third down and 6. So again, the Lion drive stalls near midfield. You surprised how much they're throwing the football in these conditions?
I am a little bit surprised, but I think a little bit of it has to do with testing to see what Jacob Tucker can handle. If he's comfortable doing it, I think it allows for this offense to avoid becoming one-dimensional throughout the day.
The last punt blocked. This one, the rugby-style kick, takes a North Alabama bounce all the way down to the 11-yard line. A 44-yard punt. So Northwest Missouri State back on offense when we return to Kansas City.
Football Championship is presented by Northwestern Mutual. Northwestern Mutual, we help you live life differently. And in part by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's.
Yesterday morning, players from both teams took time out of their schedule to spread a little holiday cheer at a couple of local Veteran Affairs medical centers. Student athletes spent time talking and sharing stories with the patients and their families. Also had a walk through here at Children's Mercy Park Stadium on a chilly afternoon as the temperatures began to drop yesterday. And they are bitterly cold this afternoon. Goes tap pass underneath. That one goes to Shane Williams. Picks up 6. Matter of fact, North Alabama had 3 buses that were supposed to depart late last night with some students, but they canceled those. The bands were supposed to be here for both teams. They decided to cancel those. Instruments were going to be frozen. Thought it was in the best interest to keep them away from the stadium today. Wind chill will be down in the teens perhaps by the time we are finished today. Boy, a big collision as Phil Jackson and Darius Wright collide. That'll be a first down after a gain of 10. Well, you could hear that collision all the way up here at our broadcast position.
Sure could. Darius Wright. He's a transfer for North Alabama on defense, and pads are popping. These are 2 very tough football teams, and you got to be tough to play in these conditions because it's not like these 2 teams have indoor facilities during the week.
Pass incomplete, trying to hit Cameron Wilcox. It'll be second down and 10.
First incompletion for Kyle Zimmerman there. You see the Harlan Hill finalist. Over 3,600 yards through the air.
So from the 28, it'll be second down and 10. Pass is caught by Jordan Grove. James Rivers runs him out of bounds. Pick up a 5, so third down and 5 coming up.
I've been impressed, Dave, with both of these teams' ability to throw the football. They haven't had to alter their game plans. They haven't become conservative. Both teams confident in their execution, the ability to just run their offense. It's going to come down to who protects the football, who makes the fewest errors given these weather conditions.
From the 34, 2 tight end look for the Bearcats. Zimmerman will throw. Looking to throw anyway, and now we'll try to run for it, and it's pushed out of bounds. Let's see where they spot that. About a yard shy of the line to make. Darius Wright chasing him out of bounds. Wright, the transfer from East Carolina, with great speed.
Really nice job against the bunch formation for North Alabama. You see everybody's covered up in the secondary. A smart job by quarterback Kyle Zimmerman, but that's that team speed as well from Darius Wright, number 11, the linebacker, running down Zimmerman prior to the yard to gain.
Matt Thorman will punt it away. Wobbly kick. Taken by Filbert Marshall. 31-yard kick. 2-yard return. Timeout on the field. 3:55 to go in the opening quarter. We're scoreless here in Kansas City. Stadium right there might be that heater. Matter of fact, it is the heater. As we're scoreless on a cold day in Kansas City, Dave Neal alongside Tom Luganville, former quarterback in his college days. And Luke, you and I were talking on the way over here today. I was asking about the conditions, and you said a lot of people think of the wet football as the most difficult thing to handle. You said not necessarily the case.
I don't think so. I really believe that the colder it gets, the harder the ball gets. And snow's not necessarily wet, so the ball, surprisingly, gets really, really slick because it's dry. Find yourself, licking your fingers. By the time you get back down, it's so cold out there, it's dried up. So to be able to throw the football with the palm without gloves, difficult to do, and neither of these quarterbacks are wearing gloves today.
They'll throw it on first down. Pass is caught. Julius Jones with a first down for North Alabama. That'll be a gain of 15 right at the 49, about a yard shy of the midfield stripe. Boy, it is hard to see where they are on this video.
It is.
There are no markings anywhere. Tucker will throw it again. Pocket stays clean, and he underthrows that one. Jacob Thomas, the intended receiver. You said one of your last games in college was in Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Was it this cold?
It was this cold, but it was more icy, and Montana's team came out without cleats. And we're in pregame warming. We're all looking over there going, what are they doing? Not one of them fell down, and we were falling all over ourselves. I've never seen that before, and I've never seen it since. Those guys, we were like elephants on ice, and they looked like figure skaters. It was unbelievable.
Second down and 10 from the 49. 3 receivers to the far side. Tucker coming near side with it, and that pass almost caught. Circus catch by Jones, but dropped. Coverage by Pierre. That'll be third down and 10.
No, those are the types of plays that you like to be able to make. Get one of them. Just one big play there from Julius Jones, because now you've at least found yourself with Pierre 14 on the coverage, making a play as that ball hung up, but you'd at least find yourself in somewhat of a manageable or potentially makeable field goal opportunity, as points are obviously going to come into premium.
North Alabama, 2 out of 4 on third downs this afternoon. And Tucker dropped again. A big loss. Grunlow, Weidl combined for the sack. A loss of 8.
See both of the defensive ends here on the edge. Weidl 73 on your left right there. Both of them are the best edge rushers Northwest Missouri State has. Great with their hands. You see the pursuit, collapse the pocket. There's nowhere for quarterback Jacob Tucker to go with the football, and he struggles again with seeing the field. 92-73 tackles for loss, sack leaders for the Bearcats.
Loose football. Who's got it? And the scrum begins. They'll say Northwest Missouri State will have it at about the 22-yard line.
Got to secure the football, and then fortunately, because I think, as you see Foster, number 18 there for Northwest Missouri State, trying to secure and field that punt, but I believe in this particular instance, the snow helped them. Kind of slowed down the ball from rolling across the field.
So from the 23, Bearcats will work out of that pistol. Hand it off to Phil Jackson. He'll pick up 3 off the left side. Phil Jackson, his brother Justin, running back for Northwestern.
A really good player. Saw Northwestern this year, and he's expected to be here in attendance to support his brother here today.
Northwestern in the Pinstripe Bowl. So from the 26, it'll be second down at about 6.5. Here goes Randy Schmidt, the former high school quarterback. Pressure came from E.J. Parnell. Well, don't forget, we've got Youngstown State taking on Eastern Michigan tonight at 6:30 Eastern Time on ESPNU. The winner will take on James Madison at the FCS Championship game at Toyota Stadium in Frisco, Texas on January 7th at noon Eastern Time. You can get more on that game at ncaa.com. So 3rd down and 6 coming up. Just under 2 minutes to go. Pass caught on the far side by Jordan Bishop. He'll be shy of the line to make by a couple of yards. So another punting situation.
Jamal Jackson, number 3 on the coverage there. Again, the team speed of this secondary. Look at the close on the football and the quick out route here. Quickly pushes the receiver out of bounds, and as he's bobbling the football, not enough to get past the yard marker. And again, backed up with another punt for the Bearcats.
You're talking about a Northwest Missouri State team that came in averaging over 46 points a game, 2nd in Division II. Boy, great kick. And that one is bobbled, but picked up by North Alabama.
It's like Maurice Carnell with the recovery and does a terrific job of properly recovering the fumble. Watch him come in and slide into it. That way the ball doesn't pop out on you. These two teams, Dave, are playing with fire. We've seen this twice now from Northwest Missouri State. They've recovered both, and now we've seen it here with North Alabama. Oh.
I mean, it's just got to be miserable out there to try to play in these conditions.
I know Olivia's loving it.
We haven't heard from her in a while. How do we know? She may have called it a day by now. 1st down and 10. Here's Tucker. He's got nowhere to go. Boy, they have been all over him. No room to run for Mr. Tucker. He'll lose 4. Jared Bishop. That's 5 tackles behind the line today for this Bearcat defense.
Yeah, they have been so sound at the point of attack. They protect the interior of the defense. And then when you try to bounce the ball outside, they spill it, maintain leverage on the football. Again, the team speed between these two teams superior to the rest of Division II football.
Ball sits at the 22-yard line. Some nifty running from Ray Beasley. Gain of 3. Well, we have found Olivia. Olivia, how is it down there?
Well, Dave, it's very cold, but it was not a good scene on the Northwest Missouri State sideline as cornerback Edward Ritchie went into the locker room on a wheelchair with a brace on his right knee, tears in his eyes. He will not return. Tom, like you said, big loss for the secondary. They're already playing without Marcus Jones, their other corner.
Boy, that is back-to-back games where they lose a corner. Here's Tucker. Trying to break free, has a little bit of running room, gets a nice block out on the far side by Jacob Thomas, allows him to pick up 14 and the 1st down.
That's just a tremendous individual effort on behalf of Jacob Tucker, and he's able to evade, again, penetration in the backfield and make something out of nothing, pull a rabbit out of the hat, outruns number 73, Cass Feidel, number 13, the receiver Jacob Thomas, lends a hand at the block downfield and convert on downs.
Lions get it to the 40-yard line. Trying to come near side. Pass is caught. Reception made by Dre Hall. They will spot it in Bearcat territory. A 24-yard pickup.
Look at this focus down the sideline. Give your receiver a chance. Dre Hall, number 10, secures the ball over Anthony Lane. Number 20, your defensive secondary player. It's got pretty good position. That's just a great individual effort. And I agree with Coach Bobby Wallace. I'm going to reiterate it. This kid is special. He's made a one-handed grab today and a great reception on the 50-50 ball there.
Ball's at the 36-yard line. Tucker slings it out to Thomas. He dives for the 1st down line. He'll be very close. That'll be 9.5, 10 yards. Let's see if they can get enough for the 1st down, but that is the Last play of the first quarter. North Alabama is driving. It is a winter wonderland here in Kansas City for the Division II National Championship. Scoreless after 15 minutes. It have been crisp in terms of their football play all season long. Have had their miscues today, and certainly the conditions have played a big part of that. And it started with a blocked punt early, and then the kicking game in general has been a problem for both these teams.
Well, it certainly has, Dave. And this you expect. This is a coach's worst nightmare. You want to protect the football. You want to gain an advantage in field position. Both these teams playing with fire. It hasn't jumped up and bit anybody yet, but it's only a matter of time if this keeps up.
North Alabama driving here to start the second quarter. They will dump it off near side. That goes to Ryan Harper, and he is inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. So the fullback getting some work. And it'll be 1st and goal, North Alabama. Lions quickly to the line. Tucker running right side. Gets a couple of blocks, but met in the hole by Volstead. His 131st tackle of the year.
24 tackles for loss. And this guy is all over the field. Great pursuer of the football. Knows how to sift through the trash. Takes on blocks. Great motor from a linebacker position. He's got all the toughness that you want to have. He kind of embodies what this entire football team's all about.
2nd and goal from the 5. Tucker looking to throw. Boy, he had his fullback wide open on the other side, and that one is picked off in the end zone. Jack Young with the interception. His 7th pick of the season, 13th of his career.
Jacob Tucker initially went right and then came back left. He should have started left because he had a 3-receiver combination to the field side, and so now he's late. He's looking for something. You can't throw the ball across the middle or late back across your body, particularly in the red area. It's situational football. You've got weather conditions like this. Field position is in your advantage, and you lose possession of the football in an ill-advised throw.
Wow. 2nd and goal from the 5. Tucker throws the pick. His 11th interception of the year. And that'll set Northwest Missouri State up at the 20-yard line. Best drive of the game for either club. Zimmerman now. He wants to throw it. That pass is caught. That'll be just shy of the first down. Pickup of 9.
This is Kyle Zimmerman making a play low into the outside. We're only his target. Jordan Grove, 32, 55th reception on the year. Only he can get to that football. Very safe throw. I'm going to circle that interception from Jacob Tucker in North Alabama, Dave, as this game goes down late into the second half to see if it makes an impact on that turnover.
On 2nd and 1, handoff goes to Wilcox. First down, Bearcats picks up 8.
Off the turnover, 2 big plays on the first 2 offensive downs for Northwest Missouri State. Now you've got yourself out of a hole on offense. You've avoided possibly being scored on, and you've regained a momentum advantage for the Bearcats here.
Zimmerman coming near side. He'll try to get out of bounds as quickly as possible with that bad shoulder. He'll pick up 6. And we'll live to see another down.
Chris Wills, defensive coordinator, has such confidence in his secondary at North Alabama. You're going to see a lot of 3-man fronts. I feel like they've got an active group up front, but that can handle things on the back end. even if they don't get great pass rush, as you saw right there. Good coverage scramble for Kyle Zimmerman.
Zimmerman. Incomplete. Third down and 4 coming up.
Again, Dave, there's nowhere to go with the football. Everybody's covered down on the perimeter. When you feel that comfortable, as you see Adam Dorrell, the head coach at Northwest Missouri State, trying to come up with some answers offensively, you feel that comfortable with your secondary to rush 3 or 4, you've got a pretty good unit on your hands on defense in North Alabama.
On third down. Incomplete, right through the hands of Jordan Grove. That ball had a little heat on it. And here comes the punting team again for Northwest Missouri State.
Ball intended there for 32, Jordan Grove. Did have some heat on it, Dave. You were right.
Thorman will punt it again. Good clean snap. Good high kick. Fair catch called for and taken at the 21-yard line, a 36-yard punt. Well, the last time that Jacob Tucker was on the field, it was second goal from the 5. Threw an interception. He'll have a chance to redeem himself when we come back. There's the legend Bobby Wallace, his second tenure as the North Alabama head football coach. Was there from 88 to 97, and that run captured 3 national titles, 93, 94, and 95. Went off and coached West Alabama for a few years, and also had some time at Temple from 98 to 05, and then made his way back to North Alabama. Been there since 2012, has gone 44-14 in his 3 national championships, of course, tied for the most in Division II. He has seen a lot of football. 28 years overall as a head coach, mentored by the legendary Pat Dye, former Auburn head coach. Incomplete. Looking for Jacob Thomas.
No, I'm not so sure, and Dave, you mentioned this in our last break, that both teams aren't throwing the football maybe a little bit too much, especially with North Alabama and their inability for the most part to be able to hold up in pass protection as well as they'd like to this point.
Second down and 10 from the 21. Tucker trying to find a little bit of room to run. Hit first by Volstead. Pickup of 7. That's probably the best run of the day by Jacob Tucker.
Good block by number 5, Julius Jones, on the perimeter as a receiver, doing a nice job allowing that little alley there for Tucker to dip under. Very well done.
I think that's the first flag of the game.
Holding. Offense. For 75. 10-yard penalty. Repeat. First down.
Stephen Evans whistled for that, flagged for that violation.
See the left tackle right here. It's our first flag of the game. Initially, he's fine with everything he's doing, but the moment you see that jersey pull away, as that defender is attempting to get to the ball carrier.
Tucker trying to get the edge and not a whole lot of room to run.
That's a killer penalty, Dave, because now you're really backed up. Snow's really starting to come down, and you can force a punt here. If you're Northwest Missouri State on defense, you're going to be in great shape offensively.
And you've already blocked 1 punt today. And of course, handling the football anytime it's in the air is going to be a difficult situation. So from the 16, it is third down and 16. $11:27 to go here in the second quarter. Inside handoff. Damon Cox bounces off a couple of defenders, picks up 3. Weidl and Bishop combine on the stop. And remember, this Northwest Missouri State, 13 block kicks on the year. Best in Division II football.
Dave, I would expect them to come after this a little bit. Let's see what type of spread punt formation North Alabama goes into here, but you've got to come up with a way of getting points. This may be one of your better opportunities of the game.
Low line drive kick. And it'll be down around the 45-yard line. 36-yard punt. Northwest Missouri State, North Alabama playing for the championship, scoreless. Northwest Missouri State, North Alabama scoreless in just horrific conditions here in Kansas City. We thought we'd have about 2 inches of snow, but this may be 3 or 4 by the time we're done today. Wind chills -2 when we started, probably going to be somewhere around -10 when we finish, but Adam Dorrell trying to claim his 3rd national championship. His ball club has possession, first down and 10 after that drop. Took over for Mel Churchma, who won 3 national championships in his own right at Northwest Missouri State. Former offensive lineman, All-American. Stayed on with this organization and eventually became the head coach when Coach Churchma became athletic director. And has a great story of a family tree that's involved with Northwest Missouri State football as well. Zimmerman over the middle. That pass is incomplete. But Coach Dorrell's great-grandfather, Ross Alexander Scott, played on the 1908 Northwest Missouri State football team, then called the 5th District Normal School. His great-uncle also played for Northwest Missouri State in the 40s. I mean, it's just an incredible run by his family through this Bearcat football. And it's culminated with national championships. Incomplete on 3rd and 10.
Well, you know, when you have such a huge level of success as a program, whether it was under Mel Churchma or now Dorrell, you want to dance with who brung you. There's an understanding of that culture in the blueprint that has been laid down and how to execute it. What is the nature and the identity of your program? And it can be very easy to continue to lean on somebody within your program to take the reins. They've done that and obviously made the right choice.
End over end kick. Gilbert Marshall will take it. He is tackled at about the 23-yard line after a 37-yard punt. Well, it's a big week 15 in the NFL, so be sure to kick it off with us right here on ESPN at 10 a.m. Eastern. NFL Insider Sunday edition. Trey Wingo, Adam Schefter, Louis Riddick, and Mark Dominic with all the early breaking stories and injury news. Then at 11, Sunday NFL Countdown with Boomer and the boys, along with Wendy Nix, take you right up to kickoff. Also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN.
So far here today, Dave, 9 punts, 1 interception between these two teams. Red zone interception coming from North Alabama earlier in the quarter.
Tucker, tight spiral, coming near side. Looking for Dre Hall, knocked away. Had single coverage. Well done by Jack Young, who had that interception in the end zone.
This is actually an exceptionally well-thrown football on the back shoulder. Watch where this ball's placed, and that's the one ball that he has not caught today. We've seen Dre Hall with a one-handed catch, a big reception on a contested matchup down the sideline. That would have been one of the easier receptions, if you will, by Dre Hall's standards.
That ball incomplete. Cass Weidl ran right into Tucker. I don't think Tucker saw Weidl.
I don't think he did either in any way, shape, or form. You've got your end over here on the left side, and you got Cass Weidel there, and he just jumps over the back, and you never want to set your back in protection over the defensive end, but then Bolstedt, 43, the linebacker, thinks he scoops himself one up, and again, another opportunity, 3rd and 10 now. If you're Northwest Missouri State, you can force a punt. I think you've got to come after one here.
North Alabama. First charge time out of the half.
Well, that is 6 tackles for loss today by Northwest Missouri State. Cass Weidel has 3 of those. He just blew that play up, forced an incomplete pass. That could have been picked off.
You just can't set a back the size of Ray Beasley over Cass Weidel, 73, who's 6'4", 273 pounds, and expect him to hold up. And I really believe Jacob Tucker, the quarterback there, he's got to have some awareness of that matchup and protect himself. Know where he is vulnerable right there. 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, and 2 pressures so far today for that man right there, 73, Cass Weidel.
And he's having to go at it with his partner on the other end, Colin Bevins, who is their school record holder for sacks and tackles for loss. The senior out of Creston, Iowa, is playing on a bum ankle. Those 2 bookend defensive ends have been just dominating oppositions, but Weidel, the healthy one of the 2. Tucker breaks a tackle and but can't break the second one, is thrown to the ground after he picks up a yard.
Tell you, Dave, if I'm Northwest Missouri State, I'm coming after this punt, and I don't care if I rough them. I really don't, because the way that this defense for Northwest Missouri State is playing right now, you've got a field position advantage. North Alabama cannot move the football, can't even approach midfield. Take the risk here. It may result in a recovery, may result in points. Worst case scenario, you get a fresh set of downs for an offense that can't move the ball.
Fielded by Jack Young. Northwest Missouri State will have it at the 45-yard line. Scoreless here in the second quarter. Good look at Children's Mercy Park here in Kansas City. Division II National Championship game. Olivia Harlan down on the sidelines. And Olivia, it is just getting worse and worse by the minute, I assume, down there.
Yeah, Dave, it is cold and very snowy. This water bottle is almost frozen. You can see my breath. And both sidelines are trying to accommodate, though, the players huddled around all of the heaters. The Northwest Missouri State sideline has hot chocolate for their guys. The past couple weeks, though, they've had chicken broth, just something to put in the stomach. And North Alabama head coach Bobby Wallace said a lot of his guys are hunters and are used to this weather anyways. Back to you guys.
Yeah, that was interesting. And the last thing he said to us, we got some deer hunters. We should be all right.
I'll tell you one thing. That's the next set of sideline attire I'm getting going forward. I don't have myself a fuzzy hood like that.
Now look at her. She's from Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, she spent a lot of time in Green Bay and in Kansas City. So if there's anybody that knows how to dress for this weather,
well, if there's anybody
Olivia
that knows how she's feeling right now, right. I can assure you it's me.
Yeah, Mr. Sideline.
Yeah.
If there's bad weather,
I bring it.
Jamie down there as well. He's lathered in whale fat today. Zimmerman going up top. That ball is intercepted. Filbert Marshall, the senior out of Mobile, with the pick on the far sideline.
It's a 7th interception, Dave. And the defensive coordinator, Chris Willis at North Alabama, raves about this young man. He said he's the best cover corner that he's coached in his tenure, and he's been at North Alabama a long time. The ball's intended for number 80, Shane Williams, and that's just a matter of making a play on the 50-50 ball. You hear coaches talk about that all the time. The ball's going to be thrown up. Who's in position to make a play? When you have the opportunity, do you come down with the football? Look at that, 23 interceptions this season for this defense, and that's one of the reasons why this defense feels so comfortable rushing 3 or 4 and not having to apply a lot of pressure.
That is his 7th pick of the year, his 16th of his career, 3rd all-time at North Alabama. And as you mentioned, the coaches say pound for pound, the best they have coached. So each team with an interception from the 20-yard line. Lions will have the football. Ray Beasley back in at running back for North Alabama. He'll get the handoff here. Makes a man miss, but can't make the second one.
Right now, Dave, number 73, Cass Weidl, we've mentioned his name an awful lot. He's unblockable right now within this defensive front. See him with the inside move here on Jordan Soders, the offensive tackle, on the right side of your screen. He just absolutely puts the inside move on him, and this is very difficult to get back to the line of scrimmage when you don't control the point of attack within your offensive line.
From the 17 after the 3-yard loss, Tucker overthrows Dre Hall. Boy, 7 tackles behind the line, and 4 of those have come from 73 in green. That man, Cass Weidl.
Well, that time he introduced his face mask right to the chest of Jacob Tucker, the quarterback. As you see the snow continuing to come down, windy. This, you know what? Just by the look of Cass Weidl, Dave, this is his type of game.
Oh yeah.
I think he woke up this morning and said, "I don't think I'm wearing sleeves today."
Out of Carroll, Iowa. Down the middle. Boy, it looked like there might have been a hold on the jersey of Jacob Thomas. There is no flag. Thomas thought he was held. Tucker thought he was held.
6 straight incompletions now for the North Alabama offense, and I'm going to say it again. If you're Northwest Missouri State, come after this punt. North Alabama cannot move the football. Nobody has put themselves in scoring position with either offense. This is your opportunity. If you rough them, so be it.
A little bit more aggressive, and there they came after him, and there is a flag.
And that's fine, Dave. It really is.
Shane Williams is the man that will be flagged for running into the kicker.
See what this will be, a roughing call or a running into the kicker call?
It was 4th and 14.
Running into the kicker. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat. 4th down.
And I'd do it again, Dave.
Yep.
I would do it again. You come after the punter here, and you got one and a half men unblocked. That's just a miss of taking the ball off the toe.
Oh, yeah, and they just missed that.
Just missed that right there, number 80, Shane Williams. Now listen, North Alabama cannot move the football. They haven't crossed their own 30-yard line in the last 4 drives. Do it exactly again. Take the ball away here and give yourself a chance to get some points. If you rough them, you rough them.
And the ball will settle at around the 37.5, 38-yard line, a 41-yard kick. Nice job by North Alabama to get rid of that one. 7:17 to go before halftime. Now we've got one more college football bowl game for you tonight on ESPN at 9 o'clock Eastern with quarterback Nick Mullins leading Southern Miss against Louisiana Lafayette in the R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. It can also be seen on the ESPN app and watch ESPN. If you haven't had a chance to see Nick Mullins.
Good to have him back for this team.
Yes.
This team was minus 19 in turnover margin. They should have been a much better team than their record.
Gain of 5, but Nick Mullins is some kind of player. Look at his career numbers, folks. 85 touchdowns.
Wow. beats Louisiana Tech at the end of the year there for Conference USA and cost Louisiana Tech the opportunity to host the Conference USA championship game. Good for the Eagles to have Mullins back.
2nd down and 5. Zimmerman, he's going up top. He was looking for Jordan Bishop. You know, this Northwest Missouri State going without 2 of their better receivers, George Seal and Sean Bain, both guys injured and not participating today.
And that was a really well thrown ball. I would have liked to have seen 2 hands get on that football. Jordan Bishop, the wide receiver down the sideline. Maurice Carnell, number 4, secondary player, but was not in great position. Another 3rd down here for you, Dave.
From the 43-yard line, it's 3rd down and 5. Zimmerman. And that one's incomplete. No flags.
Jamal Jackson again. Really nice job on number 80, Shane Williams, and that's just man meeting ball. Making a play, getting your hand in there late. Well, this secondary can't say enough, and we've said it all throughout this first half. Really, really good and confident.
Filbert Marshall back to return this punt. Good high kick. And that one will be downed around the 21-yard line after a 35-yard punt. Cass Weidels had some kind of day. He has been disruptive, which might be the understatement of the afternoon.
Boy, he certainly has. He's essentially been unblockable, not just on passing situations. He's completely controlled the line of scrimmage, 7 tackles, 2 pressures, and 1.5 sacks. But it's then his tackles for loss that have put North Alabama in a lot of 3rd and long situations, and they've already been backed up at a field position disadvantage. A lot of the credit of this defense goes to Weidel and that front for the Bearcats.
Damon Cox in at running back. He'll get the handoff. Another tackle behind the line and a loose football. I think Tucker fell on it. It'll be 2nd down.
We've had a lot of this today in relationship to the ball being on the ground, but we have not yet one time has one resulted in an actual turnover. This would have been catastrophic for North Alabama given their current state of field position.
A loss of 4. Tucker. He'll get it close to the original line of scrimmage after a pickup of 5. You're looking at the best defense, the 2 best defenses in Division II football. Northwest Missouri State, the best, and they were the best a year ago. Throw in these conditions, and you can understand why we're scoreless. 3rd down and 10 from the 21. Tucker. That pass is batted away at the last moment. Nice job in the secondary from Kevin Berg. The senior out of Kansas City coming back home, making a play.
That Berg coming out of his safety position, undercuts his throw. Great timing, meeting the football. Number 14, Hagen Scott, the intended target on the comeback route. Guess what I'm going to say, Dave?
Try to block this punt.
Yes, please. Come after this punt.
Worst case scenario is
the offense still hasn't passed their own 3rd.
Almost got it again. Jack Young falls on the football around the 44-yard line. ESPN's coverage continues with the FCS Championship on January 7th. For more information, go to ncaa.com, the official online home for all 90 championships. By the way, how about James Madison last night taking down North Dakota
Wow.
State, their 5-year run.
Boy, came after him on defense.
Yeah.
Really got after him.
Impressive victory at the Fargo Dome last night. "15 straight incompletions combined between these two teams, so they'll go on the ground, and that's an 8.5, 9-yard pickup by Phil Jackson.
If I'm Northwest Missouri State here on offense, I run the ball and I tempo. Run the ball and tempo. 2 plays at a time, no matter what happens, get on the line of scrimmage and run the football. Get North Alabama to have to line up correctly and execute.
From the 48 now. Here goes Randy Schmidt. He's into Lion territory, picks up 11. He'll have it inside the 40, down to around the 38-yard line, and a fresh set of downs.
Randy Schmidt, number 12, normally a receiver, filled in last week when Kyle Zimmerman went down. He's recruited as a quarterback to this program. So when you do have an injury, it just shows to the depth that Northwest Missouri State's got on this football team to recover.
Schmidt, underhand toss to the right side. That one goes to Cameron Wilcox. And he'll pick up 5, maybe 6.
Dave, right now Adam Dorrell is telling his offensive coordinator, Charlie Floor, I don't care what your call sheet says, run the football. We've got to get ourselves in a position that if we don't score a touchdown, we come away with an opportunity to get 3 points, because we have North Alabama pegged with our defense right now.
2nd down and 4 from the 32-yard line. A couple of yards for Wilcox. I mean, it is just...
It's actually snowing in our booth. The snow is coming into our booth.
It is... it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Third down and 2 from the 30. They'll stay with Schmidt. He'll keep it, has some room. And Schmidt inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. He'll pick up 17 yards. James Rivers runs him out of bounds.
This is a really good call. They were going to run that little shovel pass we saw in the first quarter. Schmidt just takes it on his own. And that's the value of having a former quarterback who's a great athlete that you move to wide receiver. Now you get that team speed back at the Wildcat quarterback position when he's in the football game.
He rushed for 71 yards last week on 13 carries. Little tap pass underneath. That one goes to Williams. Williams tries to cut it back, gets it down to about the 12. 2 yards on the carry. Johnny Anderson with the tackle.
This is where your leaders on offense have got to continue to impart the magnitude of the situation here upon your football team. Look at where we are. Look at what it's taken us to get here. We have to come away with points the way this football game and these weather conditions have played out.
2nd down. I gave him a yard on that last carry, so 2nd down and 9. Nice little fake. Big hit on Schmidt. He picks up 3. Boy, 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 3.
I would continue with the quarterback runs and some eye candy and misdirection in the backfield, and then get downhill. Where they've had success is when you're seeing a little bit of the misdirection with the H-back Jordan Groves, the tailback Jackson, but the quarterback ends up taking it up between the tackles either on counter or power.
Schmidt, underhand toss, back to the inside. Touchdown, Jordan Grove.
Here's that shovel pass look again. You pull the offside guard, and really well executed that time by Schmidt because he wanted, watch him real quick here. Then he just at the last second pulls up and he kind of shovel passes it up to Jordan Groves. It's his 56th reception. He's listed as a running back, but he's a jack of all trades for this offense.
And the point after is good. That drive went 8 plays, 57 yards. 7 runs and the one little shovel pass is all they needed for the first score of the game. But nothing. Northwest Missouri State trying to defend their championship from a year ago. 58 seconds to go before halftime over North Alabama. On a bitterly cold and windy, snowy afternoon in Kansas City.
I don't think the heavy stuff's coming down for quite a while, Dave.
We're just getting started, literally. It is getting worse.
My broadcast partner is very, very upset about the lack of visual yard line numbers.
You can't see anything.
Olivia, get your broom out, please.
It is a short kick. North Alabama will have it. Let's go back to that touchdown.
Yeah, it's really well designed. They do a nice job, and it's the action. So here's your quarterback, here's your tailback, and when he widens out here, watch what it does to number 20 and number 7 for North Alabama to allow for this to come right around, and the influence and the conflict of assignment at the quarterback and the offset back puts you in defensively, allows that ball to be tucked under there to grow. Very well executed and a safe play. The ball's incomplete. No big deal if Jordan Grove can't handle it and you play the next down. So I like the call there by Chris Flohr, the offensive coordinator. Or Charlie Flohr, excuse me.
So from the 36-yard line. I want to take a second off the clock, and they do so. 57 seconds should be on the clock.
This is the best field position North Alabama has had, Dave, in 7 straight series.
Since they threw the interception.
Correct.
On the second goal from the 5-yard line. Tucker lofts it up. There may be a flag on that, and there will be a flag. Looking for Dre Hall. He was held by Kevin Berg.
There should definitely be a flag there, but there's no way that ball was even close to being catchable. With Berg, number 6, on the coverage, you're going to see number 10, Dre Hall.
Pass interference. Defense, number 6. 15-yard penalty. Previous spot, automatic, first down.
Interesting they called pass interference there, not defensive holding. Giving Kevin Berg and the interaction there between number 6 and number 10, Dre Hall. But right now, this North Alabama offense will take any yards they can get, however they can get them.
That'll move it to the 49-yard line of Northwest Missouri State. Tucker coming near side, lofted up in the air. Looking for Jones. They'll say he'll have the catch right at the 20-yard line. So with 42 seconds left, a 29-yard pickup.
Well, throwing the ball to Jones over the shoulder, and these officials are doing a nice job. Pierre, number 14, doesn't have terrible position there. These officials are doing a nice job of keeping their alignment with the sideline. As we've talked about, Dave, you can't tell where the sideline is.
Tucker on the move. Well, that pass hit Jones right in the shoulder pad. Hey, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Chris Cotter, Joey Galloway, and Danny Cannell in the studio. They'll be talking about Bowl Mania as it begins. Vegas, baby, Las Vegas Bowl highlights, and of course the latest with the Minnesota Gopher football team. But here we've got 36 seconds to go in a 7-0 game. Bearcats leading the Lions in the Division II national title game from the 20-yard line at 2nd down and 10. Tucker sees a little hole. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. They will spot him at the 4-yard line or close to it. Jacob Volstead will pick up the tackle, but a gain of 16. That'll stop the clock with 25 seconds to go.
North Alabama's going to use a timeout here. 25 seconds to go. Weren't able to get a playoff there.